is estimated to sell for £2 million. There are believed to be only 77 surviving copies of this comic, which had a print run of about 200,000. So it's one of the rarest comics out there. And it's in part of an article which talks about the fact that Spider-Man, the new one. Have you seen the new Spider-Man?
No, I haven't yet. No, but it's done really well at the box office.
Oh, well, this is it. Yeah, it's the No Way Home. It's the first pandemic-era movie to make more than $1 billion at the global box office. So it's gone beyond everything else. Incredibly popular. I watched it yesterday with the kids and the full family. Did my normal thing, fell asleep in the middle. Missed a crucial 10 minutes when the Green Goblin was doing something.
Oh dear, as long as you didn't start snoring through it.
I didn't.
Ruin it for everyone else.
Just had a quiet moment in the middle of it, but I didn't miss the storyline. It's good, actually.
Oh,
the kids enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And it's good Christmas
Maybe
film.
more than you did, because they stayed awake during it.
No, but you asked me anything about the
middle bit,
I can tell you anything,
Okay.
Should we get the weather?
Yes, let's do that.
Carol's with us all morning. Good morning to you, Carol.
Good morning.
I was watching Chris Silverwood, the England cricket coach, this morning, saying there are some positives to take out of the Ashes. I'm
what was he saying?
Well,
there aren't many. I mean, it was interesting hearing from Joe Root as well, because he obviously, inevitably, he's been asked about his future, and he's saying, look, it's far too early to be thinking about that now. They've still got 2 matches. Of course he's going to say that, and they have to try and produce some kind of performance to make this tour worthwhile, I guess, because when you think about Ashes and you think about cricket, this is the very pinnacle. This is the best. This is what you strive to play in. So for England to go there and play so meekly as they have done, it is embarrassing, isn't it? And they are going to have to play for some pride now, and I think that's the thing that Joe Root is going to be. It has inevitably, yes, it does. But much match practice, but then seemingly everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. When you think about kind of team selection, you think about drop catches, you think about the poor batting performances.
And that's what John Hankey was talking about. It's more, the deep-rooted problems are a lack of appreciation of the skills needed to last for 4 days. It's all about one-day cricket. It's all about the short form of the game, and that the premium is no longer on technique to survive, and England just don't have that.
This is it, and I think this is probably when you're learning to play cricket from a very young age, you come back in now with Test cricket to ensure that players are as prepared as they can be for when they go on and play at the very highest level. Because the county championship, which is the kind of breeding ground, to go on and play at the highest level, they're not producing the players, and you're not being able to produce the performances on the
as brutally honest as Aggers was.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Not many smiles when it comes to the cricket this morning. But thank you very much.
They could go out and win the next 2.
Yeah, there's that silver lining.
Exactly.
Never going to happen. Thanks, John. It's 6:27. Let's get some news, some travel and some weather wherever you're watching. See you in a moment.
See you.
Balmy. Thanks very much. That's crazy for this time of year, isn't it, Carol, like you said?
It is. The average is roughly 6 to 8 north to south, so it gives you an idea.
OK, thank you very much.
That's going to be weird to get used to. Putting your thermals away.
I have to part the big coat up for a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Carol will be here
shorts out.
back in about 25 minutes, Carol.
Well, let's turn our attention to travel now. And if you're planning to get away for New Year, there's a chance you could be hit by disruption.
Yes, several rail services have been cancelled due to staff going down ill with coronavirus, while planned closures and industrial action are also having an impact. And when it comes to flying, several airlines have been forced to cancel flights, again, because of COVID sickness. We've been speaking to some of those who've been affected.
Hard to describe it anything but a catalogue of errors, I think, from start to finish. You kind of think about the poor preparation, the team selection, there's been the poor batting performances. I think England bowlers have fared reasonably well at times. James Anderson yesterday certainly giving giving England something in this test in Melbourne, which they had to win to at least take it through to the final 2 matches of the series. But, it fell apart, in about an hour and a half, really, less than that this morning. There were some hopes, though, it's fair to say, with Joe Root.
Appreciate your honesty, Kate. Thank you very much for that.
Very sensible approach there. Right, what we could do with now is some uplifting, positive, cheerful news.
Not going to happen.
I have a feeling we're not going to get that from John.
Sometimes you need honesty.
I know, bad news John this morning, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the Ashes, isn't it? It's the pinnacle, and that's the thing. And I think the most disappointing thing with, obviously, England now surrendering the Ashes is just they haven't even been in the series. They haven't even been in any of the matches so far, and that's all you want to see. You just want to see them competing. And, we love to report on the heroics of the very best, the likes of Ben Stokes and Joe Root, the England captain, but we just haven't had any of that, in this series, and it is bitterly disappointing. And I think there will be a massive inquest into this because I think
you're Australian this morning. Eh?
Oh, fantastic! I mean, the champagne corks will be flying.
Full,
yeah,
Dan.
absolutely. They'll be loving it, of course. But I think for England, real questions will be asked now as to sort of where they go next. Certainly as far as Test cricket is concerned, because obviously in the shorter formats there has been huge success with several positive tests as well. So you kind of appreciate that there are some extenuating circumstances as to, which is contributing to what is a difficult period away from home for that England time with bubbles and obviously the precautions that you need to take with regards to limiting the spread of the virus. But it has been a really tough tour for England, and you just hope, don't you, that there might be some improvement.
2 matches left.
2 matches left.
We'll see what happens. Thank you, John.
Keep our fingers crossed. Right, you're watching BBC Breakfast. Lots still to come for you this morning, including David Attenborough and mammoths. More on that later. But this story I think you'll love. Our next story has a feeling of something like a Christmas miracle. It's Juno, the search and rescue dog, who spent years helping to track missing people in Norfolk. But nearly a week ago, she herself disappeared on a family walk.
Her owner was understandably distraught and went out looking for her every day. She was finally spotted by a specialist team with the help of a drone. Mike Liggins was there